Hi, my name is Stacey Steffe, and I am the co-founder and president at American Mobile Retail Association, as well as co-founder and co-operator of La Fashion Truck, LA's original store on wheels. One question we receive from aspiring mobile boutique owners is, how much is it going to cost me to start my own mobile retail truck business? So I put together a list of items to anticipate during the startup phase, as well as some average costs that you can look into when buying these. The truck itself will cost approximately $8,000. That seems to be the national average that we've seen. It could cost a little bit more or a little bit less depending on the style that you're going for. Our truck cost us a few $1,000 and we bought it used. It's a 1974. Of course, anything newer will cost a little bit more. If you're looking at trucks around the 1980s, 1990s, you can anticipate spending around $8,000 to $10,000. And if you're looking for a brand new truck, that will cost you a minimum of about $20,000 to $25,000 coming off the lot. If you're looking to do a trailer, you can anticipate spending a few $1,000s, probably between $3,000 to $5,000 for a used one. And that could be anywhere from a vintage trailer, like the little cute half domes that we see, or even the more cargo standard trailers that a lot of people are choosing to put their mobile boutiques in. We spend approximately $3,000 on our interior build out, but we've seen as high as $8,000 to $10,000 on interior build out. It really just depends on the type of materials you'll be using, as well as the fees you'll be paying in labor. That includes the shelving, the racks, doing custom cabinets, the dressing room. You'll want to also do some electrical upgrades inside of the boutique part of your mobile retail truck. This could be done with either a generator or a dual battery system. The generator, if you are buying a Honda, will cost you a minimum of around $1,200. The Honda generators are known to be the best. They're the most quiet, the most efficient, and have just a great reputation. And if you wanted to do the dual battery system, that could cost you a few $100s. Just make sure that you're working with a knowledgeable electrician and let them know exactly what you need done inside of the boutique side, and you are able to put your lighting exactly where you want it. You can do track lighting, recessed lighting. You can also have power outlets put inside of the truck, similar to the power outlets that you have at home. So you'll definitely want to put aside at least $2,000 to $3,000 for any kind of electrical and mechanical upgrades. When we bought our truck, we needed to put new tires, we had to fix the brakes, we had to run some of the wiring again for the blinkers and the windshield wipers. So I always encourage people to put aside at least $3,000 for electrical upgrades for both the mechanics of the truck as well as the boutique side of the truck. You'll also want to paint or wrap the exterior of the truck, and these average prices seem to run between $1,500 to about $5,000, depending on whether you choose a paint job, which is around $1,500 to $2,000, and if you're looking at doing a wrap job, that's around $3,000 to $5,000. The great thing about wrap jobs is they usually come with a warranty, and you are protected under that warranty, so that if any bubbling or peeling happens during that phase of your warranty, then you'll be covered under that. You'll also want to file your business documents, depending on the city that you're filing in and how many permits you're obtaining for the different cities that you want to operate in. That could be as low as $80 to $100 up to a couple $1,000s. If you are filing your trademark, I highly suggest that you hire an attorney to do this. You can try to look into it by yourself. However, it can be very complicated and very confusing, and if you file it improperly or you get denied, you still have to pay the money. So we always recommend hiring a lawyer to do this fun phase for you, because it is a very overwhelming task. And most of the time you can find either a trademark lawyer, or you can work with your current business lawyer and inquire about them filing your trademark for you. And this could cost you several $100s up to a few $1,000s. That will really depend on the type of trademark that you're purchasing, all the different categories you're purchasing your trademark in, as well as the attorney fees that you will incur. You'll also want to purchase both auto insurance as well as liability insurance, and sometimes liability policies will come with an upfront fee. So we pay approximately $1,200 for the year for our liability insurance, and that's broken up into 2 payments every 6 months. And the auto insurance we pay on a monthly basis, which comes out to approximately $1,200 as well for the year. It seems that the average cost for both liability and auto insurance are between $3,000 to about $5,000. It just depends on the type of coverage that you're purchasing. Most people go with a $1 million liability insurance policy, but you can obviously take out more if you prefer. And most of the auto insurance is really going to depend according to your personal driving records, as well as the requirements brought down from your state DMV. You may need to spend money on a graphic designer or a website designer. These people can create your logo, your business cards, they can create your website with an e-commerce. It seems that the typical cost for a logo is around $300 to $500, and website designs can run a couple $1,000s on up, depending on the type of website design you're doing. And if you're doing an e-commerce with a shopping cart, that will obviously cost a few $1,000s more. But what's really cool about that is that you have everything right there on your own website. I also strongly suggest you look into a great POS system in the beginning instead of waiting to purchase that later on down the line. Your goal obviously is to grow your company, so the more items you can put in place that will help you to grow your business that you don't have to look into later on down the line, the better. Some of the POS systems that people are using today for their mobile boutiques include NCR Silver, Vend, the Square Cash Register. Some of these services could be free, up to $50, $60, $70 a month. It just depends on the type of services that you want within your POS system. A lot of these systems now can track inventory for you. They can run great sales reports for you. So I really encourage putting that into your startup budget and getting that taken care of in the beginning instead of tackling that task later on down the road. So you have a low-end average cost, a medium average cost, as well as a high-end average cost of how much to spend during the startup phase. The medium average cost seems to be between $20,000 to $25,000 to open up a mobile retail truck. That includes your inventory, the build-out of the interior, the exterior, the electrical upgrades that you'll need to make, filing of all of the proper business documents, obtaining your trademark. People spend on average about $20,000 to $25,000, and of course if you're going the more higher end route and you're doing a lot of custom built and hiring and paying for labor, you could spend $50,000 on up on your mobile boutique. If you're a very do-it-yourself kind of person and you want to do a lot of the work yourself, or you're utilizing family and friends for their services, then you can anticipate spending probably between $8,000 to $15,000. So those are some of the costs you can anticipate having during the startup phase of your mobile boutique business. Tune in next week to our channel for another helpful video tip by one of our AMRA consultants. Thanks.